I wanted to talk today about some negative gender stereotypes we put on boys and girls that can cause them to want to opt out of their gender. This information comes from conversations I have had with trans people and detrans people, as well as my own experiences. Girls are often taught that they are victims, especially in a sexual sense. I grew up believing that sex happened to women and only women and girls were capable of being assaulted. And whether you like the sex you receive or not, you are a whore. There are also a lot of bodily standards and stereotypes, all of which are sexual in nature. They define a woman by how attractive she is for sex. A young girl's life is often about meeting these unattainable standards on top of phases and constant sexualization by peers, sometimes even adults. When I was 5 years old, it was the first time I was sexualized. I had ins and outs with pedophiles for most of my young life, and it impacted me greatly. I remember the first time a man told me that my pigtails would make great handlebars. I remember boys throwing things down my shirt because my breasts grew quickly, all leading me down the path to cut them off. All girls are sexualized. Even girls who do not meet the standard of beauty are judged because they are not desirable for sex and treated differently because of it. They are told that they will be victimized because they are victims. Boys, on the other hand, are taught that they are evil. They are responsible for most crime and violence, and that is who they will be when they grow up. Violence is their birthright, and it's in their bloodline, and there is no room for the sweet and innocent little boy. Boys are also taught that they cannot be victims of sexual assault, and when they are, the assault is often celebrated or belittled among their peers. This leads to a world of danger for them when the day of evil arrives. They have no one to turn to. This is why the suicide rate among men is so high. What can we do better? All of this, which I mentioned and more, can lead children to want to be the opposite sex in transition. We need to be better role models for children and positive representations of what their gender is. We need to have less stereotypes and more room for gender nonconforming people. We need more kindness and more education.